Hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition, the edition that is meant for people who want to strengthen, improve their focus, their imagination, so that they manifest more quickly, more accurately, more abundantly. It's also great for people who like to multitask, because all you're going to see on your screen is what you got in front of you right now. The tarot card layout, that's it. Done purposely, specifically. One, because if you are looking at any kind of a screen and there's motion on it, otherwise known as video, you allow your imagination to kind of back down a little bit and you acquiesce or pay attention to what's on the screen. So that over a period of time, your imagination begins to diminish. And you simply accept the images that you see on the screen. That can be problematic from any number of different points of view, but the point is that we are now trying to improve your imagination, because tarot is personal. Manifesting is personal. And so this is not what you would call your generic read. What the reading will contain will apply to everybody listening right now. Everybody. But it will show up in their life in a different way, because we're all different. And even if you have very, very similar, almost identical goals, ideas that you want to manifest, they're going to turn up differently. Because our experience, our programming is different. And so that's the goal of this tarot reading in an audio version. You are looking at this screen over a period of time. You're going to do one of maybe a couple of things. Maybe go get a cup of coffee or tea, still listen and still have your imagination working and developing. The other thing that you're going to do if you sit in front of the screen is that eventually you'll get into an alpha state, sort of a light hypnotic state. That will allow you to relax, open up your imagination, strengthen it, and start to think about what you're feeling, what you're sensing, what you're thinking. You dig into your subconscious. And that's what good tarot, in my mind, is all about. So let's get to the audio edition of the Tao Manifesting Tarot reading for today. We have two rows, bottom row, upper row. The middle cards on both of those rows are very important. We begin bottom row with the Oracle card, Unfinished Symphony. And the number right at the top center, 10. 10, 10, 10. Which, when you add the numbers together, comes up to a 1. This is the beginning of something that seems like it's not the beginning. However, I would suspect if you've been anywhere near conscious over the past 3 years, you've become aware of the fact, A, that the life that you've been living probably is not going to continue on. It's going to change substantially. And 2, that maybe the way you were living wasn't true to you anyway. And in 2023, this is a very, very critical year for everybody. This is when we, if we choose to, plug in to our future. Not a future handed to us by somebody else. Not a future dictated to us by somebody else, but a future that we choose for ourselves. Now, if you do nothing, and you pass up this opportunity, well, de facto, you have given up your right to choose, and you will continue on the road you are. But this Unfinished Symphony Oracle card, a number 10 or a 1, tells me that those who are conscious, who are plugged into life or want to get plugged into their life, they are coming to the decision that they have to finish their life. But they're going to do it as if it's a symphony. In other words, you are going to pick and choose your direction. Are you going to change the whole world by yourself? No, not really. But however, if you make the choice to change for yourself in a positive direction, self-affirming direction, independent direction, you're going to be a light, a candle for other people around you, and that spreads. And yes, in that sense, it can change the world around you, certainly. So your life is by no means over. You are not going to give up control of it. Even if you never had control of it, you are going to start to do that. That's what the Unfinished Symphony is all about. And so we're over on the bottom row, far left, first card, we have the Seven of Wands. It's defiance. It's taking a stand. It's taking the offensive. It's saying, yes, my life is an unfinished symphony. And like all symphonies, there are several movements. So you're changing the tempo. You're changing the pace. You're even maybe changing the direction. You are going towards excitement, positivity, enthusiasm. Something I have not seen a lot of over the past few years, certainly. People have been successfully disconnected from their lives. However, again, those who are conscious are realizing their lives are unfinished symphonies, and now with the Seven of Wands, they're going to take charge because they know that time is moving forward. This is the time. The World card says yes. Step forward. Get it done. This is your opportunity. This is your chance for completion, for integration, for wholeness. That's a powerful word. We use it a lot. But wholeness is completeness. It's all the parts and pieces sort of fitting together. And that's one thing we can say about our lives over the past 3 years. And in fact, if you really do some digging, you probably never have lived a life that was your own. You just thought you did. You followed their rules and you got certain clues and ideas and some advantages tossed in. But now you're seeing what the real deal is. And so that's where you're at. You are choosing that your life is not an unfinished symphony. You're going to hold tight. You're going to start to move forward. And the next is the Seven of Pentacles. Pentacles are values, right? Seven of Pentacles is talking about patience. You're evaluating, just like he is. Looking at the pentacles growing on the bush or tree or whatever that is. Pentacles are things that he values. What's important to him? He's been cultivating them. He's been growing them. He's been developing them. That's where you're at right now. Boy, this fits so well. Your life is an unfinished symphony. You are simply moving on to a new chapter. A chapter where you're plugged into your life with the Seven of Wands. You know you have to move forward. The world says this is the time to get her done. And the Seven of Pentacles says, I'm taking a look at what I value. And I'm going to see, am I developing it properly? If I'm not, I'm going to make some changes, some adjustments. It doesn't make any difference. I'm in it for the long run. My life is an unfinished symphony. I have the patience. And I want to evaluate where my life is headed, where I'm headed, and step forward. It is a powerful reading. And then we wrap up the bottom row with the Knight of Wands. Knights always bring gifts, and the Wands, excitement, enthusiasm, positivity. So the Knight brings confidence, courage, passion, being plugged into your life. You're not going to be impatient anymore. The Seven of Pentacles says you're not going to be. Seven of Wands says, I want enthusiasm in my life. The Knight of Wands says you are going to get it. Your life is an unfinished symphony. Grab onto it with both hands. Go forward into the future with confidence, with enthusiasm, with positivity. Let's go to the upper row here. We got the Queen of Swords. Kings always make the pronouncements. It is the queens who take care of business. And so the Queen of Swords is no exception. She's perceptive. She's clever. She's realistic. She is not a pie in the sky kind of lady. She has honesty. She's straight talking with herself. Good, clear, positive thinking. That's what you're working towards. This will be probably the big tool that you take with you into your future because your life is not an unfinished symphony, and you know that now. You understand that. Queen of Swords has given you that understanding. Not a doubt in your mind. Next card up is Judgment. It's awakening, a rebirth, an inner calling. What it is basically taking something from your past, something or somebody. It'll boil down to a feeling, to a thought, but something from your past. Going to bring it into the future. Re-examine it. Take a look at it again, and then take it with you into the future. Because your life is an unfinished symphony. And just like all good symphonies, there's a chorus part or something that keeps repeating in the symphony. But this is positive. This is not the old programming that you're repeating. This is taking something from your past, learning from it, and then applying it so that you can have the enthusiasm that you're looking for. You are looking to be plugged into your life. Ace of Wands says you deserve to be plugged into your life. It's an unfinished symphony. Don't sit back as a spectator. This is a one-time only deal. I know we talk about reincarnation. Nobody's ever come back and really confirmed it. I would love to think that. But that may not be the case. So this may be, maybe even on this particular plane, elemental plane, maybe this is the one and only time, and then we move to another plane, have another life, whatever the case may be. But you want to be plugged into this one. Make this one count. And the Ace of Wands says that's where you want to go. That's where you're headed. Your life is an unfinished symphony. You want to go in with enthusiasm. You want to go in with positivity. You want to make sure that you set up values for you, not for somebody else. You choose your own sense of values and move forward with that positivity, that good, clear thinking. And you plug into your life, just like that USB port, you know. You got your cell phone, it's all out of power, plug in the USB, boom, got it. That's what you're looking for in your life. And this is a time period right now, just had the new moon. We're going inward. The hermit takes a look inside, because that's where it all begins, inside. Okay? That's what you're doing. Introspective. Seeking understanding, inner guidance. Your gut's yelling at you, screaming at you. Been doing it for a long time. You haven't paid attention because you thought that your life was over. It's only now that you're becoming aware of the fact that your life is an unfinished symphony. You're going to plug in with positivity, enthusiasm. You're going to step forward in a life where your values, not somebody else's values, your values are developed and grown to help you have a good, positive life. You're clear on that. You're not in doubt at all. And in fact, the final card, vice versa card, up top, in the middle, Two of Wands. Twos are always decisions. So you see there, he is looking at this globe. In his left hand, he has a wand, and he's staring out. He knows his life is an unfinished symphony. He's planning. He's being original. He is putting his own stamp on his life. He knows what he's looking for. He is literally plugged in, and this is where you are right now. This is the realization that your life is an unfinished symphony. Take a look at that card. Take a look at him. He knows. He knows that he knows. And now he's going to step forward with authority, with positivity, with clarity, with joy, with enthusiasm, and wrap up his life. Your life is an unfinished symphony. Don't stop the music. So that's the tarot read for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you benefited from it. That's the point, of course. And it gives us a chance to get together and touch once a day. I'll be back tomorrow with another Tao Manifesting Tarot. Hope you're there with me. But if you're not, between now and the next time we do have a chance to manifest tarot together, as always, peace and blessings.